Okay, sorry, y'all. Y'all, my bad, my bad. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna turn my internet off a little. Yeah. Turn my internet off a little too. But uh, did they hear what we were saying? But anyway, back to what we were saying. Yeah, bro, you find yourself on Pop the Balloon, bro.
Pop the Balloon, 50 years, 60 years old, 65. You
Yeah,
know, talking about you looking for a real one, man. So divorce is never good.
yeah. Rashaya said, internet is the Eve and the tree. You
Yeah.
could put that on this. You could put that on the screen, by the way. You just hit that little. So if you click on hit that, yeah.
The internet is the tree in the midst of the garden.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. For all you women, man, for all you women, and for the men that don't have the cojones. I've been in the editing lab lately. I can't say certain things, man. So I'm watching what I say, but they don't have the cojones to stand up to the woman and and keep it a bean with her, man. Like, bro, like you should love what I love, man. Like what we out here doing, man?
Right.
Why like it,
I don't get it. Three
come on, man.
successful children,
Come
what
on,
the
man.
world calls successful and playing sports and things,
Come on, man.
a nice home and all these things. So, wow, that's it's spiritual, man. They gave up. They gave up in the marriage. And I don't think she's gonna come out and say anything. I don't think the wife will speak. But for the child to say some things and as far as she was forced out and what that possibly can be, kind of just knowing LeVar Ball's personality on the
Okay.
show. What could forced out really have been? Or what,
Yeah,
he
what does
meant
that
by
mean? What is
Yeah.
that like? What does that really mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know they marriage. I ain't gonna. I've spoke on it, but I'm not gonna speak on it too much more. Reason being is because you would have Edomite anyway, and I'm gonna just give you the raw and uncut truth.
Right.
You would have Edomite, bro. And this is why we live the life we live, bro. Because we don't have no structure. We have no idea. We have no. Once I realized that we were the people of this book, that we're the Israelites, every Black, Hispanic, and Native American. Once I realized that, it was a little annoyance. I was frustrated at first, but then I got joy. And the joy came from the fact that now I don't have to live life trying to figure it out myself. Now I got something that I can live life through. I can live life by. And it's basic instructions, man.
Right.
These are basic instructions, bro.
Man.
So with that said, man, you Judite men that be marrying all these other women, like y'all come on, man, stop, bro.
Right.
If you want something that look that damn bright, bro, my wife is Mexican, bro. Go get you a Puerto Rican woman, man, Dominican woman, Mexican woman, man. You could get you a damn near light, bright ginger woman that's Judite. That's a Judite. Go if that's what you want.
Yeah.
And I understand we've been destroyed by the curses, and a lot of women don't know how to shut the hell up because learning how to listen and shut the hell up is an art.
Right.
It's an art, and it ain't an easy thing to learn if you don't know it. And we've been destroyed by these, by these other nations and these systems these systems that were designed to destroy us. But honestly, bro, like, come on, bro, stop with this marrying of these other nations, bro. Stop it, bro.
Another thing that was trending this week, man, with the BET Awards show and the song that encouraged the women to steal or thrift the boosting by the Young Miami girl. Boosting bags.
I ain't hip to it.
She made a little tune about stealing, and India.Arie, whose music is a little bit more conscious, spoke out against the lyrics.
What she said?
Saying that type of filthy music is encouraging the mind of our young women to live destructive lifestyles and to go in the store and steal. And women who hold good positions in society find themselves dancing and promoting the song. And I get it. Little girls that come from broken homes in the apartments in the community, they don't have no role models or parents, nobody to guide them. Yeah, they gonna go in Walgreens and steal and CVS and Walmart if they don't have no structure in the house. So when they hear the song, it may motivate them to steal. Just like, man, music does have a spirit behind it. The scripture says evil communication corrupts good manners.
Facts.
So just like if you was going to creep to a girl house late at night, you're going to put on a certain type of music in the car to get you motivated to go by there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's probably the same thing with somebody who want to steal. Or just like they got the drill music. When you about to slide on the op, it's certain music you put on to motivate yourself when you're loading your clip to go by there.
Spirit.
Yeah. So I imagine it's a spirit with the thieving and the stealing. So yeah, this is right here, India.Arie doesn't like Young Miami song here, spin that. Everything you listen to, see, or eat is going to influence you. That's true. And you got so many people, what she's saying is true.
Facts.
Now, it depends if you probably can listen to that and it don't make you want to go in the store to steal.
I mean, because we have mental fortitude. We understand what the heck going on.
Right, you're an adult, but a child, a little girl that maybe not have a parent at home, and she listening to that, it may motivate her to go in there and steal or take something.
And just for the idiots, I'll be trying to be nice, man. Scroll up a little bit. For the dummies, man, that can't look at these pictures and figure out which one is a real woman.
Right.
Let me help you out, man. The one on my left, hopefully is your left. The one on my left that's dressed modestly, that's covered up, that's a real woman. That's Big Mom them.
Right.
I can never see Big Mom them right now wearing what Young I am. Look at this thought. This is what a thought will wear, bro. Like, what are we doing out here, bro? Like, are we seriously listening to a woman that don't wear her real hair, that got some of her skin showing like this? That most of the time she got her ass and titty out.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say what? I don't care. Edit it out. But with that said, man, like, if y'all don't know, for the young women that think this is corny or this message is corny, the real woman is the one on the left according to what we see.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, if I walked up and I seen the one on the right, oh, I want to hit that. The old nigga me. The one on the left, oh, I want to marry that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that said, like, bro, like, there's no comparison. Let's get Proverbs 31, man, for these.
Yeah. Don't be silly, man. That girl had a relationship with Diddy, man. You know how Diddy get down, man.
Man, for sure.
So you know what kind of
31
mentality this young woman got. Anybody that was in a relationship with Diddy, even back to J-Lo, you know what Diddy about. So, you know, Proverbs 31, what we want, verse?
Let's start at 10.
Verse 10, Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
Hey, listen, now this is speaking in terms of the virtuous woman, man. Okay. Now, it's, you know, this is a rhetorical question here. Who could find this? Who could find this? No, this is actually a real question. Who could find this a virtuous woman? And her price is above rubies. She's invaluable.
Mm-hmm.
This virtuous woman. If you men or women need something to go by these scriptures right here.
Right.
Go by this right here. This is a perfect depiction of what a real woman should look like. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You can read verse 11.
The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her.
The heart of her husband. When the Bible is speaking about the heart, or when it mentions the heart, it's talking about the mind. It says the heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her. Listen, I literally can say something. My wife will already finish my sentence. She know what I want.
All praises.
She know how I want it. She know when I want it. Just a couple seconds ago, I said, baby, you can go live. Hey, we already live. 8 minutes already. She already know what I want. Mm-hmm. I was thirsty just literally earlier today. She cooked me some fish, some red snapper. She walking up the stairs with the drink. I'm thinking in my mind, damn, I'm thirsty as hell. You understand what I'm saying? So the heart of her husband, meaning the mind. Let me tell you what the mind does when it's safely in a woman. It breeds and it creates a nation.
Yeah.
It creates a community. Because why? The woman that my heart or my mind is safely in is literally going to give my mind and my understanding and my knowledge and my thoughts to the children. Mm-hmm. That's who's going to raise your children. You want Young Miami to raise your children? Mm-hmm. That's what you want? You want to be on Diddy's level? Like, come on, bro. What are we doing out here? Like, really, like, and I'm a little, I guess I'm a little hard right now, but I know I'm being hard on them, but I don't give a damn. Like, bro, like, tighten up, bro. Step your game up, bro. Y'all niggas out here really wifing thoughts. Right. Like, this is a thought. You're looking up to a thought. The women are looking up to thoughts. And I don't want to hear nothing else from these single parent mothers. Yeah. The only thing I want to hear from y'all is where's the next good man at? That's the only thing I want to hear from y'all. Or I'm about to get married, or I'm about to get engaged. That's the only thing I want to hear from y'all. Why? Because you women make so many excuses, but you're the reason why the women and the men are how they are today. It's scriptures that says it. And I don't want to hear nobody in the comments or nobody saying, "Oh, well, bro, let's be well, can you talk about the man?" To hell no. That's your problem right there. My mama used to always tell me, you can't change a person, but what you can do is fix yourself. And when you fix yourself, everything else around you will change.
Right.
So with that said, I don't want to hear what about the man. Fix you first. Live life with a mirror, from a mirror perspective. Like I always tell my wife, she ain't absolutely perfect. She perfect for me, but she ain't perfect when it comes. She's still learning. So when that bitch wake up with her every day, and she don't get to kill or strangle the bitch like she want to, I tell her the same thing. Baby, go look in the mirror. Mm-hmm. My bad, man. You got anything to say on that? I want to finish. Go ahead.
If you're going after the Young Miami type, then you got the mind and behavior of a thought. Because you're going to seek after that type of woman. You found value in that. It says that you're supposed to be seeking a help like unto himself.
Right.
So if you're going after that, man, you need to really examine yourself. Or if you think that's marriage material. Now, if you're in your lust and you say, oh, that's good mattress material, but that's not marriage material. And you need to really examine yourself. That's not going to build a home. That's not going to rear your children in the right way. That type of behavior is very destructive. Facts. She's going to put a materialistic type spirit on your children. They not rearing the home properly. That type of woman.
It's like you said, like you got to find fertile soil.
Good ground. Good ground. Plant your seed on, man.
Yeah. Do y'all understand that? Yeah. Do you understand that the only way that you can grow a soursop tree or a pineapple tree or a mango tree is through good soil? You got to have the perfect soil, perfect amount of sun, perfect amount. You got to be in a good environment, bro.
Not a lot of trash and filth and a lot of pollution over there. A lot of just trash and filth. Your seed is not going to grow to its full potential.
Absolutely not.
So that's what you're hearing when the mother's encouraging the child to go out and steal. That's filth and trash. That's going to put the child in the penitentiary.
Facts.
To go out and steal, encouraging them to steal.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. What type of parent, man, encourage the child to do those type of things?
Can before we go back to the scripture, bro, can we go to can you pull up a image of the pH balance scale so we could get a little deeper into this, so we could show y'all real quick like why it's important, like my brother always say, find good ground. This is why. Look at the pH balance. Look at this.
The pH scale. 7 natural ways. Okay.
Look at this. Okay. Now watch this. You have on the left side of the pH scale, you got acidity. Uh-huh. You have in the middle neutral, and then you have on the far right side alkaline or alkalinity. With that said, most of the people, if you go take a blood test today, are more on the left side, more of the acidity. You most of y'all are in the range anywhere between 4 and 6. Most of y'all that don't know no better. But brothers and sisters that eat right like they're supposed to, like I haven't been doing in the last couple of weeks, they're on that side. Oh, the people that eat right are on the right side of the scale. Now, granted, too much of anything will kill you. For an example, if you have anything too much acidity, it'll kill you. If you have too much alkalinity, it'll kill you. So you can actually take a blood test and see where your pH balance, or it's a urine test. It's a urine test. You can take a urine test and see where your pH balance is. With that said, I always taught my children this. Your stomach is your first brain. It ain't your brain up here. Because this tells this what to do. Okay. And if you have good and bad bacteria in your stomach. Okay.
That's right.
And it's a perfect balance in your stomach. And if you have too much good bacteria, it messes you up. If you have too much bad bacteria, it messes you up. If you have too much bad bacteria in your stomach, which means you're eating a lot of acidic foods, then your body would then crave the acidic foods, which then creates an acidic environment in your body. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if you're around 4 to 0, you're literally walking dead. If you're around 5 to 0, you're literally walking dead. You're walking. This is why you can't listen to people that don't eat right, because you literally are. You're literally walking dead. If you're anywhere between 5 and 0, 6, anywhere between 6 and 8, you doing good. You you're doing all right. 9, 10. Start slowing down. But with that said, you can get around these levels and be alkaline. My point is this: the same way we have an alkaline scale, the soil does too. That's my point. I said all that to say that in a certain level of alkalinity you must have in the soil in order to grow certain things. So with that said, this is why you have in the tropical islands soil that hasn't been tainted might grow forests or great trees or big beautiful palm trees, or this is why.
Right.
So with that said, everything has a pH balance. Or I'm sorry, the soil and our bodies have a pH balance. Okay. So when you eating chips and stuff like that, you on the left side. You eating candy and stuff like that, you on the left side. You kind of in the middle. You ain't eating 3 times a day. If you eating 3 times a day, 4 times a day, you on the left side. You eating fast food, you on the left side. You a cookie monster like me, you on the left side. But most of the time, most of our people are supposed to be neutral or on the right side of this, this scale.
Find that balance. Yeah,
absolutely.
The balance, yeah.
And 10% of your meal 10% of your eating can be acidic. So for an example, can you give me a calculator up there? Let's do the math right now. You can take that down. Let's do the math. Take that down. Let's do the math real quick. And I don't mean this for this to turn into that, but let's just go over some math real quick. All right, so there's 7 days in a week.
Right.
Right. And now we're not going by the moon cycle, because we go by the moon cycle is different.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna go by the Gregorian calendar. What calendar are we in?
Gregorian calendar.
We're in the Gregorian calendar. Okay, so it's something like the Julian calendar during the time of Romans. Kind of, All right, now you can't. Or can they see that? If they can't see that, it's okay. Get your calculators out. Okay, you gonna do it like that? Let them see this real quick. Okay. Hold on. She's getting it right. Or IT is getting it right. Okay. We got 7 days in a week, right?
Right.
All right. Can you do 7 times 0.10? What is that?
0.7.
Okay, 0.7. 1 out of the 7 days, or let's say, I'm going to break it down a little more. Let's say 2 meals out of let's say you eat 2 meals a day. 2 meals out of the 14 meals that you eat throughout the week can be acidic. According to the pH balance.
That would be 2 meals out of 14.
That would be 2. So let's do it. Let's do 2 meals out of 7 days. That's 14, right? We know that, right?
Right.
All right, so now let's do 14 times 1.0. 14, which is going to be 1.4, I'm sure. Times, no, that's 1. Yeah, so we're going to do 0.10. Did I say 1.0? Sorry if I said that. So it's 1.4. So 1.5 of your meals can be acidic. What am I saying? You eat right for the most of your time according to acidity versus alkalinity, and you eat 1.4 of your meals acid or acidity, then you're good. You'll be in the 7, 8, 9, 10 range, according to most holistic people. So with that said, I said all that to say, and I went off, I digress. I said that to say that the pH balance in your soil has to be perfect, which in terms go back to what we were saying, that you must find a woman that has not just good pH balance, that's not a hoe, right? But that's a real woman.
Right.
That's the point. And that 1.4, she ain't gonna be perfect. She gonna strive to be, but in the midst of her striving to be, she might mess up. That's the 1.4. That's the acidity. But hopefully that made sense. I know I went off on a tangent here, but can we go back to Proverbs, please?
Yeah.
31.
Proverbs chapter 31.
Yeah, my bad. Hopefully y'all understood what I was saying. If not, replay it and keep listening. I don't know. I went off on a tangent. Okay, let's go to verse. Can we start over at 11? Let's do this.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 11. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her.
Meaning his mind is safely trust. He don't have no need to have any issue. Is that going to say he has no need for spoil? He ain't feeling no type of way. He could trust that when what he says stands. He could trust that if he leaves her with certain things, or if he leaves the house, or if something happened, that's a real widow. If something was to happen, he can trust, even in the grave, that woman is going to still do what she's supposed to do as far as his mind goes. That's a real woman right there, man.
Man, all praise.
You mean tell me Young Miami could do that? Is that what you're telling me? Can you read verse 12? You got something to say on that before I read 12?
No, verse 12. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
She would do him good and not evil all the days. Where's that scripture? The laws are good. And
Romans 7?
That's what I want. Romans 7. Is that 14 or 12?
12.
I think it's 12.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Romans, let's do it. Watch this.
Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good.
and just and good. The law is holy and the commandments holy and just and good.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's go back. Let's go back to Proverbs 31 and verse 13. Is that 13 or is it 12? It's 12. Watch this.
She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
And listen, she will do him good, bro, and not evil, meaning she's going to keep the laws no matter if she pisses her off, no matter if he fake want to leave her, no matter if he fake cheating, according to what y'all call today, cheating, whatever the case, whatever, she's still gonna do him good. Why? Because getting your get back it's not lawful.
Right.
It don't mean nothing, bro.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then look at the latter part of that, bro. It says what?
All the days of her life.
All the days of her life. Are you understanding that? Even if he passed away, even if he died, guess what? She's still doing him good.
Mm-hmm.
His name still lives on because this young woman is, or your wife is still raising the household like she's supposed to, doing what she's supposed to, handling business like you literally put in her to do. All praise be to the Creator. That's why Sarah ain't had no problem calling Abraham her Lord.
Not at all. And if this is bothering some of you women, you really need to examine your spirit. And really ask yourself, why is this bothering me? Why is this bothering me? You being submissive or meek to your husband. You need to really examine your spirit, and you're gonna find some things out that you've been eating from that tree in the midst of the garden. Like my brother said, the internet, what you've been feeding yourself, the ideology. If you're saying, oh, nothing wrong with the song she made, encouraging my daughter to steal, that's because you've been eating your discernment of what evil is has been corrupted.
Facts.
You can't really discern that's filth and evil. And that type of you find yourself, some women here that in society that's supposed to be successful, they may sing along and play with it, but their daughters are not out there behaving like that.
Yeah.
With the homes
Facts.
that don't have that structure there, they are.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Let's just keep on doing it, man. Let's just keep on going, man. It's time to teach you women today. We're gonna get into Acts 2. We're gonna get into Galatians.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get into the
let's get that Acts chapter 2.
Yeah, in the videos. Yep.
Yeah. This is very important, man, because
let's start at 1.
Verse 1.
Yeah.
This is Acts chapter 2, verse 1. This is the New Testament we're reading. And when the days of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place.
Hey, now you let me know if you want me to read for you and if you want me to.
No, go ahead, because I really want to take our time with this, because it's a lot of people that's reading the Bible and they're not reading with very much discernment. It says when the day of Pentecost was fully come. Where do you read about Pentecost? What is Pentecost?
It's simple. It's a high holy day.
It's a high holy day.
Is that not first fruits?
That's right. First fruits, the feast of first fruits. You read about that in Leviticus 23. Why am I bringing this out? Because some of you all say the Old Testament is done away with. When we see right here in the New Testament, we're keeping the feast of Pentecost. We're not keeping 4th of July.
Yeah.
That's not your independence.
Yeah.
Your independence is Passover. This is 7 weeks after Passover.
Facts.
It doesn't say when the day of the 4th of July was fully come. It's talking about Pentecost.
Yeah.
So
who was that high holy day given to, ID?
Right. Israel, us, our forefathers.
So that's not talking about everybody.
No, it's not talking about everybody. You're going to see that as we read down. We were scattered throughout all the nations.
Let me read it for you. It says they were all with one accord in one place.
That's right, because when you read Deuteronomy 16:16, 3 times a year, we all had to come to Jerusalem. All the males had to be there. That's what you're reading about here. In verse 5, and they were dwelling at Jerusalem, Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
Every nation.
We were scattered into every nation, just like the prophecy said.
Can we get that in Deuteronomy 4?
Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that in
Deuteronomy 4.
This is why we're coming out of every nation.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it for you.
This is what when your preacher or pastor in a Sunday church reads this, he needs to give you the right understanding. Why does it say every nation? Because we were scattered into every nation.
Yeah, go down to verse 27. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, Whether the Lord shall lead you.
You heard that? The Lord scattered you.
Yeah.
That's why Christ said, go into all nations. This is a continued narrative. When you read 2 Kings chapter 17, we went into idolatry.
Yep.
We just wanted to be like the other nations.
Yep.
We stopped serving the Most High God, the covenant that he made with us and our forefathers. That's why he said he scattered you among the nations. And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen. Around and was scattered amongst the other nations, the heathen. The Lord led you there for disobedience.
Right.
And you are still stiff-necked and disobedient today. We're reading the correct understanding. This is at the time of Pentecost. We were scattered. We were in Asia Minor and Greece and all Galatians, Ephesians, Thessalonians. That's who Paul ministry was, to go out to gather the northern kingdom that was scattered there.
Yep.
So a lot of you all have a zeal of the Most High, but you're biblically ignorant.
Yeah.
You don't know that this is a very pivotal point. You need to understand that you were scattered among the heathen. And guess what happened to you when you were scattered among the heathen?
Talk to him.
They changed your name.
Yeah.
They gave you a different identity.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 83, that the nation of Israel shall be no more. They didn't want you to know that you was God chosen people. You were scattered among the nations. Really just take your time and digest that. Is the so-called man over there in Israel scattered among the nations?
No.
Is he left few in number among the heathen?
No.
You need to be able to connect the dots on this.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, the European Jewish man, he was looking for a place, an island to go. Madagascar. To what is it called? Tanzania or whatever, Tunisia or whatever it's called. But with that said, he couldn't go over there. So where did he go? He went into Palestine.
That's right.
So he was the few over there technically, but he took that land by force.
Right.
He took that land by force, and that land was damn near given to him. So watch this. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 48 to further say what my brother was just saying.
Right. And my brother does a lot of research in history, pulling these books to show you this history that was scattered and the heathens plot and what they did to us as a people to keep you confounded on who you are.
Right.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse.
I got you. I'll read it. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who's going to send them against us?
The Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord sent enemies against you. Read.
In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until ye have been destroyed.
That yoke of iron was taken off our necks as far as chattel slavery, but now that yoke of iron is 40-hour work week, just enough to keep your nose above water until he have destroyed you. So, and you're going to serve him in the want of all things. To get that paycheck that has his image on it, you have to serve him.
Yeah, scroll down to 64. My bad. Scroll down to 64. This is the point that I wanted. My apologies. I went to a whole nother mindset. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. Watch this. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
All praises. That's the scattered among the nations, all people. Right. He scattered you for being disobedient. This is a continued narrative, not just in Deuteronomy 28, throughout all the Bible. Read, because he promised he would gather us. He said he would gather us again.
Yep.
So in order, we're scattered. That's why he has to gather us back together.
Exactly.
Read.
From one end of the earth, even unto the other.
So we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And we're called as prophets to bring these things to your remembrance, to get you to repent. Read.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Now, that's very important, because some of you all are going to church tomorrow and you don't realize you're serving another God.
Facts.
Sunday is not the Lord's day. The Lord said the seventh day. And in your disobedience to him saying the seventh day, you'll say you can serve him any day.
Any day.
You speaking great words against the Most High. He said Blasphemy. The seventh day, and you saying any day.
Any day.
You see that? That's how I know you didn't get your butt whipped growing up.
Yeah. Because
if my father said, do this and do that, I had to do exactly what he said.
And if you didn't, you was prone to getting that behind kick.
Right. Yep. So same with the Most High. He gonna kick your butt too. He said the seventh day, not any day, not whatever day you choose. They said we're on your Sabbath.
Yeah.
The Lord's Sabbath is the seventh day.
fact.
And then you want to, the nigga always looking for a loophole. Well, what day is the seventh day? Now you want to get simple on me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you don't know what the seventh day is.
Right.
And that's what verse 48 was talking about. There you will serve thine enemies in hunger and how are you serving your enemies? Because who made up the seventh day worship?
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
The Edomites made up the seventh day worship or the Sunday worship. I'm sorry, the Sunday worship.
Right.
So with that said, Catholicism really is in your brain. You rather serve Edomite than serve your God.
Right.
Or our God as a people. That's a fact. It says, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Our fathers didn't know no Sunday church.
Nah.
Our fathers didn't know no wooden cross to be called holy.
Nah.
No, Rome, that was used as a Rome of punishment and putting you to death. That's their death penalty, the cross.
Yep.
And you call it holy. That's another God. That's another doctrine. Your fathers didn't know that. Even wood
and stone.
Right. That's going into you brothers that's in the cobblestone. In Islam, you Israelites that are scattered amongst that Arab religion, wood and stone, those are other gods.
Absolutely. Let's go back to Acts 2 real quick so you can have a better understanding with this history. And let me tell y'all something. If you're reading the King James Version Bible and you ain't got the Apocrypha, you ain't got 1st and 2nd Maccabees, you missing a lot of the history. Let me show you what I mean. You go from Malachi or the Persian Mede captivity or the Persian Mede time or era into the Roman era. You're missing the Greek history. So when the Bible, I don't want to hear nobody. If the first question I ask a Christian when they bring up Galatians 3:27, Jew nor Greek, the first question I ask them is who is the Greek? Okay, where did they come from? Where is the Greek captivity? Do you have Apocrypha? Have you ever read the 1st and 2nd Maccabees? You've never read it? Mm-hmm. Oh, then we can't speak about Jew nor Greek then. Mm-hmm. You can't speak about a Jew nor a Greek because you have no understanding or no history on who the Greek is. Mm-hmm. So we have nothing to talk about. With that said, let's what is this? And there appeared to be, he read verse 5. Now, let's go to 4. So since we at Acts 2, and this is I went over this with my brother Steven. He might be on here, I'm not sure. Can you go into the comments so we can see who's in here real quick? All right, we drop down a little bit. I don't know why I keep doing that. Steven, if you're here, he talk about Professor King. Rashaya funny. Steven, if you're in here, let us know. Shalom, Josh. Uni Nooni. Yeah, if you in here, Steven, let me know. But I had this conversation with my brother Steven. Can you read verse 4 for me real quick, bro?
Verse 4, Acts chapter 2, verse 4.
Yeah.
And they were all filled with the Holy Ghost.
That all right there speaking about the same people that was there on the day of Pentecost.
Right.
In verse 1.
Right.
That's speaking about the same
That's
people.
your all.
That's your all, bro.
Right.
Not the all that was speaking, not the all that was spoke of in verse 64, 28 and verse 64, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Right.
We ain't talking about that all.
Right.
This is a different all.
Right.
This is talking about let's keep the subject matter. Let's keep the context.
That's
the context is speaking of Pentecost. Who was Pentecost? Who was ordained to celebrate this particular high holy day?
Right.
The Israelites.
That's right.
Okay, so, and read that again, bro.
And they were all filled with the Holy Ghost.
They were all filled with the Holy Ghost. We know what the Holy Ghost is. We're not going to sit up here and tell you that glossolalia or people running up and down the church aisles and their wig halfway hanging off is the Holy Ghost. That's not the Holy Ghost.
Right.
Like. So
Right.
stop it. So, okay, can you keep reading and begin to speak?
And began to speak with other tongues.
Why? Because most of the people that came around were all from different areas, different nations, Asia Minor, which is modern day Turkey. You had, honestly, you had people coming from Ireland up right north of that. You have people coming from, I'm gonna just put it like this instead of name all of the countries. Let's name Asia. You have people coming from Asia. You have people coming from what we would call today as the Middle East, but that was where they were at. You have people coming from what we call today Africa. You have people that came from, again, like I said, Europe, Asia. So with that said, you had all of the Israelites that were scattered into all nations that spoke other tongues. So these other tongues is not speaking about the bull crap. Can we read which one you want? Let's go down to verse Yeah, read verse 5 real quick one more time.
Verse 5. And they were there dwelling at Jerusalem, Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
Every Jews. You couldn't be called a Jew because you practice Judaism, bro.
Mm-mm.
You had to be of the 3 tribes.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be of Judah, Benjamin, or Levi.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that how Christ identify us, or the 2 separate kingdoms in the what we call the Old Testament or the old scripts today? That's how he identified us. Judah, Jerusalem.
Right.
Judah, Israel. So the word Jew comes from the root word Judah. It comes from Judah. This is how you get the word Jew. So it's not speaking about everybody. It's speaking about the Jews.
Right.
Okay. There was something else that we let me see. And they were all amazed. Oh, boom! Real quick, watch this. Did you even want to bring anything else out of it?
No, that was good. Out of every nation, and we went over why it said every nation.
Okay. Can you go down to verse 8? Read verse 7. Let's do 7.
Verse 7. And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak Galileans?
Are these not all these which speak Galileans? See, this is not speaking about others. This is speaking about a language.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying, how do we understand everybody?
And these are all Galileans. Are not all these which speak Galileans?
Verse 8.
And now, hear we every man in our own tongue.
Yeah, and how hear we every man in their own tongue. They're saying that the other men from the other nations hear everybody in their own tongue,
right?
In the same tongue,
right?
Okay.
Wherein we were born.
Wherein we were born. These are Israelites,
right? So, in 9 and 10 are the countries where they were born.
Yes, sir.
The different places that we were scattered. Why were we scattered? We broke the covenant.
Simple.
We read that.
Simple.
It's very important. And he's talking to Israelites. When we jump down to verse 21, this is what the point that he's getting to during the time of Pentecost.
And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord.
Now they confused the whosoever when we was bringing out is the same as the all. Those there that was there at Pentecost that was scattered. That whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Now, some take this and they'll form a doctrine that, see, brother, you don't need to keep the commandments. Yeah. Whosoever shall call on the name, that this is the only thing you have to do.
But saved from what, though?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
Saved from what?
Saved from what? What, you know what I mean? Because are you saying that we're saved from sin? Mm-hmm. Are we saved from the damnation in which sin brings us?
Right.
Is that what you're saying we're saved from? Because that will change your perspective on shall be saved.
Right.
That'll change your full perspective. Mm-hmm. Now, we know that we're going to be saved from this empire. We know that we're going to be saved from this particular kingdom. We're going to be saved from paying taxes, from the hand of the white man, from seeing every day you wake up, you're seeing one of your young sons dying on the news in cold blood in the streets by the Edomites, the men that hate us, that was ordained to hate us, the same people that Christ said he hated in Malachi, that God said he hated, the Most High said he hated in Malachi. With that said, this is what we will be saved for. But the Christian the theology or the Christian ideology will suggest that you'll be saved from sin. You don't have to. You don't have to keep God's laws no more. Right. That's bull crap, bro.
That's what they're trying to teach you.
That's crap.
He tells you how you're going to escape the day of the Lord through keeping the commandments. But verse 22 shows you the audience again who he's speaking to. Ye men of Israel, hear these words.
Simple.
This is who he was speaking to.
Simple.
Jesus of Nazareth, a man approved of God among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which God did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know. So Christ did miracles in the midst of us. He healed us. Christ said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's it.
That's who's here at Pentecost. So if anybody got any questions about what we just read or went over, drop them in the comments. We'll get back with you. If you're watching this on a social media platform and you have a question about what we just read or brought out here in Acts chapter 2, let us know. We will get back with you.
Yeah, drop it in the chat or in the comments, like my brother said. So, and I'm excited to hear what people have to say on the YouTube channels and or on our on our YouTube channel and in Twitch and stuff like that. But boom, all right. So, if you don't have the Greek history, you really don't know what's going on.
Right.
You're kind of confused when Acts come up, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John come up. You're confused. You're like, wait, Christ came for everybody now. Oh my God, God loves everybody. When that's never been the case, because you don't have that Greek history. You're not understanding it, so you can't speak if you don't have parts of the book. With that said, let's go to Romans chapter 5 and verse 10. Romans chapter 5 and verse 10 in regards to this. I gotta get back on my game, bro. Remembering all my scriptures, bro. I be playing too much.
Romans chapter 5 and verse 10.
Yeah.
For if, when we were enemies, we were reconciled to God by the death of his son.
See, when we were enemies, when were the Israelites enemies? Can we go to Hosea 1? This is what I want, right? Hosea 1 and 10.
When he found fault with Hosea chapter 1 and verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
Enemies.
There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Why? Because this is now when we read Acts, now you see us at the day of Pentecost. You see where Christ came and died for the Israelites. You see this. This is why. Because Christ came to bridge the gap. This is why. But if you don't have the history, you won't know. Now, let's go back. Let's go back to where he was.
Right. Romans chapter 5, verse 10. For if, when we were enemies, we were reconciled to God by the death of his son.
We were reconciled. We just said that, literally just said that.
This is very important, man, what you're reading here. Paul was very deep. I want to go somewhere because we were enemies. It says, for if, when we were enemies, we were reconciled to God by the death of his son, right? Where is it? We're going to read about what reconciled us to the Most High God, Christ being crucified. Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8. This is when the Most High God find fault with us, because how do we get reconciliation to God before Christ? It was through animal sacrifice. So this is a little heavy what I'm bringing out for the new brother that's just following along, but continue to follow along. This is Hebrews chapter 8. Scroll up, I think I want verse 5.
Hebrews chapter 8.
Start at verse 8.
Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 8. For finding fault with them.
The Most High God found fault with us because when we were scattered, we couldn't sacrifice properly, make atonement for our sins. Read.
He saith, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
That new covenant is going to be the death of Christ.
Yes.
He sacrificed. Christ was the Lamb of God that takes away the sins of us, the sins of the world. We were scattered throughout the world. This is why he found fault with us. This is what made us enemies. We didn't have a way of making atonement for sins. So that's why he said, by the death of his son, Christ. This is what you're reading about. He's making a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Not with the house of Edom.
Not
with the house of
Elam, Moab,
Ammon. We're reading
Ethiopia.
the New Testament, right? He's not making a new covenant with it's the house of Israel and the house of Judah.
Yeah.
This covenant Christ is the New Testament.
Fact.
This is what you're reading about when you're reading in Hebrews chapter 8, 9, and 10. Christ is becoming the high priest. This is let's get verse 3.
Verse 3. For every high priest is ordained to offer gifts and sacrifices.
Right. This is what gives us atonement of sins and will reconcile us to the Father.
Wherefore it is of necessity that this man
is talking about Christ there. As you get to the next chapter, it's talking about Christ. Read.
Have somewhat also to offer.
Right. Read.
For if he were on earth, he should not be a priest.
Right.
Seeing that there are priests that offer gifts according to the law.
So this is prophetic of Christ, what you're reading about. Let's jump over to the next chapter just so they can see this. That Christ is a more perfect sacrifice. He's the priest that you're getting ready to read about. Verse 9.
Hebrews chapter 9 and verse 9, which was a figure for the time then present, in which were offered both gifts and sacrifices.
That's what the priest had to do. And Christ is going to take the ordinance of the high priest. Verse 11.
Verse 11. But Christ being come and high priest of good things to come.
That's Christ reconciling us to the Father when he was crucified. It's no longer animal sacrifice. The Most High God found fault with us. So when you go to Romans chapter 5, verse 10, Paul is saying we were enemies of God. He found fault with us because we had no way for atonement and remission of sins.
Right.
Christ is the mediator of the New Testament. He is the high priest. So I know that was kind of tough for the new brother, the first time listener. So we're going back to Romans chapter 5, verse 10.
Oh, I bet.
To show you that, and I'll read it.
Okay.
For if when we were enemies.
My brother pointed it out, showed you. When we were enemies, remember, you read in Hosea 1 and 10, when we were enemies, he said we are not his people. What is that? What's the opposition of his people? Enemies. If you're not with me, you against me.
Right.
Read.
We were reconciled to God by the death of his son, Jesus.
He read the reconciliation by the death of Christ. We just read that in Hebrews 8 and in Hebrews 9. Read.
Much more, being reconciled, we shall be saved by his life.
We shall be saved by his life. The we is talking about Israel. We will be saved by his life. Now, watch this. We brought you here to show you that we once were enemies,
right,
with the Creator. Now, watch this. Let's go to Ezekiel 37 and 22.
Mm-hmm. Ezekiel 37, 22. Very good.
All praises. Right there.
Mm-hmm. 37 and 22. Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And I will make them one nation.
One nation. We spoke about that. Did we not read where was that in Hebrews where it says Judah and Israel?
He's going to make them one nation.
One nation. They're no longer going to be called Judah, Israel, Northern, Southern, Judah or Jerusalem, Judah. It's no longer going to be called that. It's one nation. Read.
In the land upon the mountains of Israel.
In the land. Go ahead.
And one king shall be king to them all.
We just read that king. We just read about that king. Go ahead.
And they shall be no more two nations.
Oh, go ahead. They would be, because why? Because we were once enemies. We were once two nations, but then we were also once enemies like Hosea said in the first chapter.
Right.
We were once not his people. And the reason, let me say this real quick. The reason why I said if you're not with me, you against me is because God has a set of laws that we all know about. We teach about it every week. Mm-hmm. The Creator has a set of laws that we must live by. And if we do not live by those laws, we're going in opposition of what the Creator wants.
Right.
So with that said, if you're not with him, you're against him. This is why we're so hard on people that don't keep the laws. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. And this is Christians that say that you ain't got to keep the laws.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
And they shall be no more two nations. Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all.
So they're going to be one kingdom. We read that.
Right.
We read that. Real quick. Can we go to Galatians 3? Can we do that?
Yeah, let's get it. This is very important. You all need to, again, you have a zeal of God, but you're biblically ignorant. And that's why you find yourself worshiping another God. That's how you find yourself in the Sunday church and confused what's going on in the earth today when you see the uprising of young brothers on the corner in a purple with the fringes on teaching you every Sabbath to come out of these false doctrines and false teachings and waking you up to who you are and what happened to you. So you need to get down, get pen and paper, start taking notes. And a lot of you all start with Paul's writings, and Paul was too deep for you.
Yeah.
Galatians.
Let's do 26. I think it's 26.
Galatians chapter 3.
It's 26. The ones they always pull. Is it? No, it's 28.
And 28.
Yeah, the one they always pull.
There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. there is neither male nor female, for ye all are one in Jesus Christ.
And that's what we were just talking about. We were talking about how Jew nor Greek. You can't speak to me about Jew nor Greek if you don't know the Greek history.
Right.
You can't speak to me about it. We can easily go into the Zondervan Bible Dictionary and kill all of the Greek ideology, how Greeks. If Christ said, no matter if you're Jew or Greek, what happened to everybody else?
Right.
Well, if that's the correct breakdown to this scripture, what happened to everybody else? Why is he saying only Jew or Greek? Are they special? Or is the Jew and the Greek special? What happened to the Romans?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the Philistines? What happened to Parathos or whatever you? What happened to the Ethiopians? What happened to the Cushites?
Right.
What happened to the Egyptians?
Right.
What happened? What about all? What about the Edomites?
Why didn't say them Jew nor right?
Why didn't it say all these other people?
We were scattered into all parts of Greece.
Exactly.
And we were identifying as Grecians. And you wonder why that spirit in these colleges is so strong with these Greek fraternities. That spirit is still in the earth where they're identifying as Greek more than anything. So Jew nor Greek, the period in the Apocrypha during the Maccabees and First and Second Maccabees, it gives you the history when we were in the Greek captivity, scattered, and we took upon Greekish fashions. So Paul is saying here in Galatians 3:28, there is neither Jew nor Greek, there is neither bond nor free, there is neither male nor female.
Yeah.
For ye all are one in Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So we were considered Jews too. I mean Greeks too.
Right.
Let's go to Romans 1 and 16.
Remember the thought, Jew nor Greek. This is Romans chapter 1 and verse 16.
Yeah.
For I am ashamed of the gospel of Christ.
Yeah.
For it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek.
And also to the Greek. This is why you read, and if it's not, if I'm not mistaken, John 8:31 or wherever it's at, where the disciples came to Jesus or asked, where would Jesus go? Where would he go then? Would he go into the dispersed of Israel, or would he go into the Gentiles and then the dispersed of Israel? I'm paraphrasing. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing that. But with that said, this is why you have that. This is why this was said by the disciples. Now watch this. Jew first. And also the Greeks. This is speaking about us, the Greeks. Now let's go to Maccabees. Let's go to first. What is it? First Maccabees, and let's just read all of the history. To be honest with you, hold on. Let's go. Now we ain't gotta read it all, but let's go to First Maccabees. Let's go 3, and then yeah. Let's do 41 real quick.
This is call it for me.
Maccabees, First Maccabees 3:41.
First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 41.
As soon as we read this, we're going to go back to John chapter 12. I mean, we're going to go to John chapter 12 and verse 2. I'm going to show you. Go ahead.
And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold.
About Israel. Heard the fame of them, talking about Israel. Took what, bro?
Took silver and gold very much.
And very much silver and gold. And what else?
With servants.
Go ahead.
And came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves.
We were slaves in Greece. We were Greek slaves. We were slaves in Greece, and we were slaves to other nations that came in to buy us as slaves.
Mm-hmm.
They came in to buy us. This is why you have the Maccabean revolt, because most of our people weren't going. Mattathias wasn't going. John wasn't going. Simon wasn't going. They just wasn't going. They ain't going for all none of that. This is why they set up. They said, man, I'm about to build Israel back, bro. Y'all playing with me, bro. Y'all ain't about to be taking me as slave. We keeping God's laws, bro.
A power also of Syria, and of the land of the Philistines joined themselves unto them.
We were destroyed by most of the other nations, by most.
They were confederate against us.
Go ahead. Read verse 42. Let's just do it. Read verse 42.
Now when Judas and his brethren saw the miseries were multiplied, and that the forces did encamp themselves in their borders, for they knew how the king had given a commandment to destroy the people and utterly abolish them.
So if we didn't keep up to if we didn't keep the king's commandments, we had to die. He wanted to kill us. This is facts. This is history. This is real history too. This ain't no plaything. Read verse 43 real quick.
43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed fortune of our people, and let us fight for our people and the sanctuary.
Man, they said they wasn't John, Mattathias, Simon. They wasn't playing. His 5 sons, Mattathias and his 5 sons, they weren't playing. They said, let us restore the decayed estate of our people. You know how decay, you know, the decayed state of our people, that go from the inside out, bro.
Right.
That's from the inside out, bro. Real quick, before I know you want to pull something?
No. This is very good that you're reading. So this is the Jew nor Greek part that you're speaking out of turn if you don't understand this history. So if you're reading Galatians 3:28 and you're reading Romans 1:26, and you don't understand this history of Jew nor Greek, you're speaking out of turn. You need to be quiet, get pen and paper, and learn this history. Then you can better understand we were sold as slaves into and scattered throughout Greece.
Facts.
So this is what you're reading about.
Facts. All right. Let's go to real quick. Let me give you a little bit. I just seen it. Let's go to 2 Maccabees 5 real quick. This is actually, you can use this as a precept for 1 Maccabees 3:41. We were sold as slaves, but we're gonna go back to, don't forget Romans. We're gonna go back to Romans. 1:16 more specifically, because remember it said Jew first and then Greeks.
Romans 1, okay.
Yep, go ahead.
2 Maccabees chapter 5 and verse
14.
And there were destroyed within the space of 3 whole days 80,000. Whereof
80,000, 20, 40, 60, 80. 80,000, 80,000 were destroyed. Were literally damn near killed, is what this is saying. And I shouldn't be saying it on here because we got to bleep that out, but they were destroyed. Go ahead.
Whereof 40,000 were slain in the conflict, and no fewer sold than slain.
And no fewer were sold than slain. No fewer were sold than slain. So that we were sold and unalived at the same rate. Are y'all following this? Are y'all understanding that? So with that said, this is the Greek history. Now, real quick, while I'm looking for this, let's go back to Romans chapter 1 and let's read 16 real quick.
That was during the time of King Antiochus. So back to Romans 1:16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek.
All right, let's get John 12:20. All praises, man.
To the Jew first, and also to the Greek. The Greek that was scattered, that they were going through, that's to save you from the hand of your enemy. You saw what the hand of the enemy was doing to you in 2 Maccabees chapter 5, verse 14.
Yep.
Antiochus was killing the young and the old.
Yep.
So now we're in John chapter 12, verse.
That's 20. Let's do 20.
Verse 20. And there were certain Greeks among them that came up to worship at the feast.
And there were what, bro?
There were certain Greeks.
Did we read this? Did we just read about the feast in Acts 2?
In Pentecost.
We just read about that in Acts 2.
Right.
Now, remember, this feast wasn't given to everybody.
Right.
So who is this talking about? Read it one more time, bro. Watch this.
And there were certain Greeks among them that came up to worship at the feast.
The Jews were considered the Greeks.
Right.
The Jews were considered the Greeks, and there were certain Greeks among them that came up to worship at the feast. Who's the only people that worship at the feast? The Israelites.
Right.
So we were mentioned as Greeks right here. So when we go back, let's go back to Romans, and then we're going to go to 1 Maccabees again. Let's go back to Romans real quick. And now let's read that with a better understanding. Verse 16.
Romans chapter 1, verse 16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first.
The Israelites that know their Jews, that know their history, that keep the laws, read.
And also to the Greeks.
And also to the Greeks, the Grecians, the Greek-speaking Jews that did not know they were Israel.
Right. All praises. All praises. All praises. You see that?
That's who it's talking about, bro.
That's right.
That's who it's talking about.
And that feast in John chapter 12 is Passover that they're keeping.
Yes, sir.
That's Passover.
Yep. Can we get 1 Maccabees real quick? Let's go back to 1 Maccabees. Just give you a little more history. 1 Maccabees. Let's do. I just read some history. Let's do chapter 1 and verse 29. Let's just read some history.
1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 29.
Yeah.
And after 2 years was fully expired, the king sent his chief collector,
the IRS, the tax man,
of the tribute unto the cities of Judah.
Yeah.
who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude.
They weren't playing. They wanted their money. Go ahead.
And he spake peaceably words unto them.
Why he speaks? Ain't that what Esau do?
Mm-hmm.
He'll speak the nice, cute words.
Peaceably words unto you.
As long as you pay them taxes.
That's right.
Go
But
ahead.
all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon them, upon the city.
He fell suddenly upon the city. That's not. He ain't coming to give you hugs and kisses.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep going and say it.
Mhm.
He ain't coming to. He said, "Hey, bring me the bread. I want the taxes. I want the." But his real motive was to kill the children of Israel. They hated us.
That's
man.
right. His words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
That's it.
And spake peaceably words unto him, but all was deceit.
Yeah.
For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore, and destroyed much people of Israel.
And destroyed much people of Israel. Did we not just read that? No more fewer sold than slain.
That's right.
We just read that in First Maccabees 5 and 12, and Second Maccabees 5 and 12, and First Maccabees 3 and 41. This is we just read the same thing. Let's
I want to get 31 and 32.
let's do it.
And when he had taken spoils of the city, he set it on fire and poured down the houses and the walls thereof on every side.
Man, that's what Esau do today.
Right, destroy.
We're gonna read a book. Where my book at? It's called The Black Indians. We're gonna read that book today.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna read that book today. Thank you. We're gonna read that book. Can you put it up? Well, we'll put it up in a second. Don't worry about it. We're gonna read that book today. He did the same thing in his book to these other to our people, bro.
Right.
He did the same thing, bro. This is the Edomite that you guys listen to more than you listen to the Creator. Thank you. You can put it on the screen. You can show them that. It's called the Black Indians, man.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Most of the Indians, or a lot of the Indians, bro, were considered Moors.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't understand. And guess what else they were considered? Maroons. A lot of them were considered Maroons. The same Maroons in Jamaica that you can't deep off in that island that you can't even defeat. They didn't even want to even deal with them. They said, man, we're gonna leave them dudes alone. Because they was into guerrilla warfare and they weren't playing with y'all. They weren't playing with the Edomites. All right, let's go back to the read verse 32. You go ahead. You want 32 too?
32. But the women and children took they captive and possessed the cattle.
He took our children and our women and he possessed them and took our cattle. He took our spoil. Isn't that Deuteronomy 28?
Yep.
All
the
over again?
Given to another people. This is us scattered among the heathen. This is us being scattered. This is how it happened. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's go to Let's go to verse 41.
Verse 41.
This is how we became. We just give you Greek history because a lot of y'all don't read this. So let's read verse 41 and let's go into how we became Greeks in the New Testament. This is how we became Greeks. It said in John 12 and 20, right, that the Greeks went to the feast and celebrated the feast.
Right. That's right. There were certain Greeks among the camp that came to worship at the feast.
That's it.
That's what we read. Verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote unto his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
That all should be one people. Bro.
That sound familiar? That's your democracy. We're one nation under God. This is the same blueprint, same format. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. That's why you'll willfully go out and celebrate independence when you were slaves. You really thought you were one people? You don't remember what just happened to your brother Anthony, Carmelo Anthony?
Yep.
You're not one people when you're in that courtroom when he done shot you down in the street.
Yep.
You're not one people. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote unto his whole kingdom that we all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws.
Hey, everyone should, real quick, let's go to Psalm 78 real quick. Psalm 78. That he shall lead them laws. Remember that, y'all?
Right.
Remember that. It's a purpose for this.
He's encouraging. He wants you to get you away from keeping God's commandments.
That's facts.
That's why he can control and manipulate
verse
you.
5. Facts. Watch this. All praise be unto the Creator, man.
Psalm 78 and verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob.
He established the testimony. He established his laws. He established his commandments. Read.
And appointed a law in Israel.
A law in Israel, meaning it was in us, bro. This not on us. This in us. This is why it's so easy for us to bounce back. Go into the laws. I'm talking about the law-abiding Israelites to put the fringes on, to keep the high holy days, to worship the Shabbat, to make sure we ain't eating no pork or profaning our bodies with that bull crap.
Right.
Keep the high holy days like I just mentioned, if I already mentioned that. Treat our wives like we're supposed to treat our wives. Make sure we're raising our children. Be strong men according to the book of Kings.
All praises.
That's real success.
All praises.
Go
yes,
ahead.
sir. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children.
And that's what they were trying to do in the book of First Maccabees. They were trying to take that away.
Right.
But it's in us to make known to our children the laws of the Creator.
Right. You see that? So the King Antiochus was trying to take something that the Most High gave us. He's trying to get you away from God. He'll get you away from a God through his doctrine or whatever philosophy. No, we all people. He wants to get you away from being God's people, calling yourself God's people, to join into him so he can rule over you.
Yep.
So that's what they're doing.
That's the social construct. We're gonna look that word up here in a minute. That's the social construct.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally it. Let's do verse 6 too.
That the generations to come,
meaning the generations after us,
might know them,
might know the laws, might know the testimony, might know the history, might know who we are.
Even the children which should be born.
Even the children which should be born should know. When my daughter born, she gonna know these laws. All my children know the laws. They know what's going on. I bet you most of my children are on this live right now.
Who should arise and declare them to their children?
Who should arise? That's where Rashaya at? Hold on. Read that again.
Who should arise and declare them to their children?
That's generational wealth.
Right. Oh.
That's generational wealth right there, man. Let's go back to First Maccabees and show you where they went against what the Creator already tried to establish. We just giving you Greek history. That's all we doing. We just giving you a little Greek history. That's all we doing. Because when you come to us with the Jew nor Greek theology, I'm gonna say theology. I'm being nice, man. I'm tired of being nice. With that garbage. Throw that shit in the trash, man.
Verse 41. Moreover,
sorry, Pinky. I know you got to edit this out, but damn, these people get on my nerves. Read.
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
Yeah.
And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
And all the heathen agreed according to the commandments of the king. Remember, a lot of our people died right here, bro.
Right.
Because they weren't going. We're going to read about that. They weren't going. They weren't they ain't on all that. They weren't on all that. Read.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
You see that? This is why they were called what? Greeks.
Greek.
This is why
they call Greek. They abandoned the laws to join themselves to the heathen. That's why I said he has joined unto heathen. Leave him alone. We were scattered. Some of your so-called Israelites consented to his religion.
Yes.
They're going to stay in his pagan religion and sacrifice unto idols and profane the Sabbath.
That's it, bro.
You heard that? You need to really put that in your mind and get this understanding. This is why they removed this from the book. You need to be able to connect the dots. Some of y'all consented to what at that time Greek had going on. They left God's laws and commandments and joined themselves unto the heathen and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had...
No, let's go back. Let's show them some of the things that they did. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go to chapter 1. Let's go to verse 11. Let's go back. Let's read verse 11. This is one of the things that y'all did that y'all think is so normal today. Y'all think this thing is so normal today. This is why I call my shit an academy. Mm-hmm. Read. We'll see.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
Wicked ass men. The same men that we just read about. Wicked men. The ones that consented to the religion of the king. Mm-hmm. King Antiochus. Read.
Who persuaded many, saying.
Who persuaded other ones. Remember what Psalm 78 just said. Psalm 78:5 just said that we're supposed to teach our people the law, our kids the laws, so they can teach their kids and their kids. We're supposed to pass it on to the generation. That's real generational wealth. That's real generational wealth, bro. But then he said, what, bro?
Who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
So was that not in Egypt? When we left Egypt?
Right. Same thing in the wilderness. They was thinking about the garlic and the onions and trying to make you go back to Egypt into slavery. And when you think about it, the ones in Egypt who had it the best was the ones now they got in the wilderness.
Yeah.
They wanted to go back. So in today's society, when during the second gathering, I imagine a lot of people in society who got it comfortable here in Babylon, they're gonna be saying the same thing. How good they had it.
Yep.
You know.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because they'll be in the kingdom, but you're gonna be something crazy in the kingdom. You're gonna be
right.
Yeah. And that's exactly, bro. That's a good point.
They had a better position here in Babylon, so they're gonna probably persuade others. Let's go back. We had it better. That's your supervisor and your manager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want to go back. That was ruling over you in Babylon.
Yeah. You know, in Babylon, a lot of them tried to go back. You remember in chapter 29, where he said, for this captivity is long. He said a lot of our people tried to run back into Egypt and died because of famine.
Right. Going back, and they trust in Egypt so much. Let me read that again.
Go ahead, my bad.
Verse. In those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. You see that? These are your sellouts, man.
These the same ones.
These are sellouts, man.
They're the same ones in verse that you read, bro. In verse 41, 43. But watch this. Keep reading. It's more on that.
So this device pleased them well.
Yeah, hey. So the plan that they devised pleased them well. They said, "Oh, that sounds good."
Right.
That sounds good.
Right.
Man, hey, you can't find. They ain't the real friend, bro.
Yeah, man. You better get away from them, man.
Nah, every acquaintance or accomplice I know that did evil ended up in jail with Buddy, with the person that did the evil. Go ahead, bro.
Then certain of the priests were can you make it? Then certain of the people were forward.
Make it bigger, baby. There you go.
Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
Man, he gave them licenses.
They got permission, authority.
They went and they went to get the certificate for the strip club.
Right.
They went to go get the
there you go.
What you need? The permit.
Right.
They went to go get a permit for sin.
Gave them license to do after the commandment of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the custom of the heathen.
Man, that's called a gymnasium, bro. Naked place of exercise. That's what they did, bro. Freaky.
The Olympics and such.
Yeah, they was real freaky, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They was on some weird stuff, bro. Go ahead. You read verse 15.
And made themselves uncircumcised.
Man, and made themselves. Can you go and make and build and create foreskin on your private area? Absolutely not. And made themselves uncircumcised, meaning they made their children uncircumcised, and they did not keep the laws, meaning they went back into the bull crap that they were in.
And hence, that's why Paul calls them the uncircumcised.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes he refers to these as the uncircumcised. And they made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant.
What's the holy covenant? We read about it in Psalm 78, 5 and 6.
The law, statutes, and commandments. They forsake and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief.
Man, they were sold to do mischief, bro. They love that thing, bro.
You see that?
This is history we giving
you. See that? This is get you a better understanding of Jew nor Greek. This was going on during the Greek activity. Certain Israelites, they agree with King Antiochus to do away with the laws and join themselves unto them. It was so much so that Paul had to say, you are no more Jew nor Greek.
Facts.
You're no longer Greek.
This is why you was an enemy of God.
Exactly.
This is why. This is why we were enemies of God. Go back to verse 43, 42. What is it, 43?
43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Yeah.
And sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
They said the same thing in verse 11, 12, 13, bro. Saying the same thing. Let's jump down to 49 real quick.
49.
We're gonna after a couple more pieces of history, I guess we can skip over this and go into the video that we wanted to watch, and then we can get to the history. Yep.
To the end that they might forget the law.
Okay, wait. Jump up to verse 46 real quick so they can understand the context.
And pollute the sanctuary and the holy people.
This is what they did. This is why Matthias stood up and said, man, bump all that, bro. We standing up, bro. Go ahead.
Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh.
And sacrifice swine. That's a double demonic movement right there. Not only are you sacrificing profanely, but you're sacrificing swine flesh. That's crazy. Go ahead.
An unclean beast.
An unclean beast. Read verse 49 now.
That they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
Read.
To the end that they might forget the law.
That they might forget the law. This is why Paul, this is why it said in Romans, to the Jew first, then the Greek. This is why we were considered Greeks in John 12 and 20. Right. This is what Jew nor Greek means.
Right.
We're going over the history. We were considered Greeks.
Right.
Read, verse 40, verse 50. Or did you read 49?
To the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances.
They were Greeks. Go ahead.
And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said, should die.
Should die. But watch this.
In the self-same manner wrote he.
No, let's jump down to 53 real quick.
53. And drove the Israelites into secret places.
The Maccabean revolt.
Even wheresoever they could flee for succor.
They wanted to keep God's laws. They wanted to flee for peace. They wanted to make sure that they wasn't dealing in all of that Sodom and Gomorrah, misogyny, and all that bull crap. They said to hell with that. Look what the heathens did, though. Verse 56. Watch this.
Verse 56. And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law,
the Bible,
which they found, they burnt them with fire.
They took our law. They made sure that we didn't know our history. That's why you don't know who you are. Read 57.
And whoso was found with any of the books of the testament, or if any committed to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death.
So if you kept God's laws, you should be put to death.
Right.
And if you didn't keep the king's laws, you should be put to death. We're almost done. Verse 60.
Verse 60, at which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised.
So if you kept God's laws, you were put to death. Women, the same Proverbs 31 woman that we read about, got put to death. Why? Because she heard the man's mind does safely trust in her. She made sure she kept God's laws still.
Right.
And she got put to death. She ain't get no damn. Watch this. Guess what they did? Watch 61. Look at the history.
And
this is the Greek history.
And they hang the infants about their necks.
Come on, man. Who does that happen to, bro? Who does that happen to, bro? This is our people. This is the history that we're speaking about, bro. This is ours. We were hung by our necks. Did not the so-called European and conquistadors do the same thing to the northern and southern kingdom of Israel?
Right.
They did the same exact thing, bro. Read, bro. I'm sorry.
And rifled their houses and slew them that had circumcised them.
Man, they took the babies that were circumcised and hung them on a tree. Read verse 62. Watch this. But look at the strong men of Israel. Now you about to read Psalm 78 and 5 all over again. Watch this.
Howbeit, many in Israel were fully resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat any.
They ain't give a damn about you killing them. They ain't care.
Yep.
They ain't give a damn. Read.
Howbeit, in Israel were fully resolved and confirmed themselves not to eat any unclean thing.
Yeah, watch this.
Wherefore the rather to die.
Oh, wherefore rather to what?
Rather to die.
Hey, real quick, that picture that I told you that I didn't want, give me that quote by that man real quick. Keep going, go over, right there. That's what I want. Go and make that big. Show them real quick. Show them. Watch this.
Before Patrick Henry shouted.
Put it on the screen first. Watch this.
Before Patrick Henry shouted, give me liberty or give me death.
He said, hey, that's the same thing. Give me freedom or give me death. They wanted freedom to keep God's laws. That's what the Maccabees want. Go back to verse 61. We ain't going to spend too much more time on this. It's just 2 more verses, and then we're going to go into the video. Then we can go into the history. Then we can be done.
Howbeit, many of the Israelites were fully resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat anything unclean.
Yeah.
Wherefore the rather to die, that they might be not defiled with meats, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they died.
That's the law keepers. That's generational wealth that they were said to hell with that. Verse 64.
And there was great wrath upon Israel.
Yeah, there was great wrath upon Israel. It would rather die than to break God's laws. And this is when you have the rise of the Maccabean revolt. This is real history for you, man.
Mhm.
You got anything to say, bro? My bad, bro.
Man, all praises. This is what Christ is going to come to save us from this demonic nation. Scroll up to verse 41. I want to show you something right here.
Verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
No, I wanted the part where they burned the books.
That's 55.
56.
And when they had rent pieces the books of the laws,
they try to destroy the Bible. And which they do today, they try to do it with all these different versions of the Bible. Destroy the Bible so you can't get the correct understanding with these different versions. Read.
Which they found, they burned them with fire.
Right. So the book of the Testament with the Bible, this is why they pulled it out of the schools. They don't want to get the correct understanding of what you're reading. This is why they removed these books, the Apocrypha, so you'd have a better understanding when Paul says Jew nor Greek. So I'm encourage you to read 1st and 2nd Maccabees and what happened during the time of King Antiochus, and certain Israelites consented unto Greekish fashions, and they persuaded many others to do so. And it was such a stronghold in the people's mind, Paul has to go out and tell them there's no more Jew nor Greek.
Right.
So that's what we're bringing out and showing.
Let me read 57 for you real quick. We skipped over this a little bit. It says, and wheresoever was found with any the book of the Testament,
the Bible,
yes, or if any consented to the law, the king's commandment was that they should be put to death. So you couldn't even have them.
Right. You couldn't. They don't want you keeping God's laws.
You had a book of the Testament.
You couldn't have a book. This is how he tried to get you to discontinue from your heritage,
and it happened.
And join unto them. It happened.
Can we pull up on here real quick? Type in how long the Maccabean revolt. How long was the Maccabean revolt? So we can see how many generations there was.
The years.
Yeah, let's see how many. Let's see. Maccabean revolt right there. Let's see the duration. It says, and I'm going to read it. It says, the Maccabean revolt lasted for 25 years of fighting, spanning from 167 BC, 167 to 142 BCE, while the primary phase of the rebellion successfully liberated Jerusalem and rededicated the temple in 164 BCE. Now watch this. Hold on. Let's see how long did the Greeks rule? Let's see. How long did the Greeks rule? Whether it was under King Antiochus or not, how long did the Greeks rule? It says Greece, time as a dominated global power, spanned roughly 293 years.
Right.
As a global power.
336 BCE.
336 BC. Now, what BCE did we just read? 162 to 2 something. So the Maccabean revolt didn't last but 25, 30 years because they weren't playing. But then you had the Greeks that still rule over as a global power for damn near 300 years. So you got generations after generations of them same Negroes, if you will, in First Maccabees 1, 11 through 15 that didn't give a damn about God's laws, that was teaching other people about breaking God's laws. You still had these people. This is who Christ was talking about. This is who Paul was talking to. He was going to speak to these. This is why it says Jew nor Greek, or this is why it says for the Jew first and the Greek.
Right.
This is why. Right. Because we thought we were Greeks. We thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, man. That's that portion of the Jew nor Greek, man. But all praise.
That's a long time. That's why he finding fault with you. You became an enemy over that time period.
Yeah,
finding fault with them.
Can we ask Google? Can we ask Google real quick how many generations equates to 293 years? Let's just see. It says 293 years equates to about 9 to 12 generations.
Yeah. That's discontinued from your heritage.
Come on, man. Come on, y'all. We bringing this out, man. All praises, man. Sorry, y'all.
You let 12 them see it. Generations. 12 generations.
That's 9 to 12 generations. You know what that means? Mm-hmm. That means, okay, let's go back real quick. That means this. Mm-hmm. That my great-great-grandfather had my great-grandfather. Then my great-grandfather had my grandfather. Then my grandfather had my father. Then my father had me. I had my son. My son had my grandson.
Wow.
Then my grandson had his grandchildren. That's only 8 generations I just named right there. Then the great-great-great-grandchildren had grandchildren. That's 9 generations. And it said 9 to 12 generations. So think about, Yah forbid, in my family heritage, let's speak about somebody else. But in somebody else's heritage, the great-great-grandfather taught the great-grandfather to say to hell with God's laws. Then the great-grandfather taught the father or the grandfather to say to hell with God's laws. Then the grandfather taught the father to say to hell with God's laws. By the second or third generation, to hell with God's laws is what it's already over with. Now they don't know who the hell they are. So when they see Christ coming back, like, hold on, who is this dude doing all these miracles, performing all these miracles? Who is this guy? And then you got Paul speaking and getting persecuted. And they're like, wow, why is the Romans persecuting them so bad? Something must be up with this. Then you had the disciples and Philip and all these other brothers jumping back to speak to the Samaritans and speak to the Greeks and teach them and raise them up. Now they're like, hold on. Now the memory's starting to retract. But that's 9 to 12 generations where you was a nigga.
Right. Wow.
All praises, man. All praises, bro. All praises. That's just the level you got to think of it on. This is what history is big for, man. All praises. All right, let's get into this these videos, bro. My bad, y'all. We spent a lot of time.
Man, I was just thinking about 9 to 12 generations when the scripture says when certain Greeks came back to Jerusalem to worship. Just for certain Greeks to maybe have that understanding that it was passed along that we must go back to Jerusalem to keep the feast. Certain Greeks that was among Antiochus.
That's fire.
Just for them few brothers to hold on for that period of time, that long period of time.
Pressure.
Yeah.
That mean you had to hide. You had to go in hiding. But then remember, the Maccabean revolt was that you had to fight. They fought for their rights, if you will.
Right.
They fought for their rights.
Yeah.
So a lot of them Greeks are the brothers that that taught their children, nah, bro, you an Israelite, bro.
Right.
You have the tribe of Benjamin. You have the tribe of Levi. You have the tribe of Judah, bro. You an Israelite, bro. You feel me? All praise be to the Creator, man. All praise, man. Let's clap it up. Got next,
man. You know what? Is it a book? I would like to read a book, man, from a Northern Kingdom brother that lived during the the Greekish time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're gonna have to talk. I'm gonna give you one of my books, man.
Yeah,
I don't be giving out my books, man. I'm gonna give my brother my books. It be hurting my heart when I give my books out, but it's my brother. But I don't give a damn. I have to give my brother a book, man. I got a particular book on that too, bro. I'm gonna have to search for it, but yeah, all praise be to the Creator. And you know, I seen a lady tap into bronchiamento because my IT spoke about bronchiamento, which I have that book down there. It's called Black into White, and it speaks about how the upper class people will say you would get your upper class if you married a white man or a lighter skinned man, and this is where the Portuguese tried to make Brazil more lighter, or in the Hispanics. It happened in not just Brazil, it happened in Central and South America as well. It was called something completely different. They just didn't give a damn about us in North America, but it happened in South and Central America as well. I said that to say as many books on these, man. Bro. You know, you can put in chat too. Hey, chat, what's a good book that'll tell me about a Northern Kingdom brother during the time of the Greeks?
Yeah. I'm gonna do some research.
Yeah, because there was, if I'm not mistaken, during the time of the Greeks. No, they wasn't. Were they already? I think, did they leave the Assyrian captivity during that time?
Then King Hosea.
Did they leave? I don't know if they left during that time.
During the Greek, they left during the Assyrian captivity. But during the time of Greece, did any leave?
But remember, they was in Assyria even after the Assyrians was ruling. They were still considered Assyrians. Here you go, right here, bro. It says Forgotten for an Kingdom. Academic. Oh, there you go. Forgotten Kingdom.
Northern Israel. Oh, okay.
Hey, show the people what we looking up. We just looking up stuff. And then we're gonna get into the video. We promise y'all. Going to Amazon. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. It says the Forgotten Kingdom. Well, we would have to. IT is good at reading fast.
1350 BCE.
Yeah,
that's a little too far.
Ask chat or ask Google. What was that?
It was 336 to 30 BCE.
Yeah, ask Google.
That's a little bit too far. If they can go back that far.
They keep saying the same one though.
Okay, researching 330 BCE.
Hellenistic Judea might be a good one. That might be a good one.
Ptolemies and Seleucus, yeah.
Yeah, that was during that time for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so we getting somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, I guess whenever you get a chance, bro,
Yeah,
you gonna have to.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's how I be. That's how I be searching for my books, though. It's a lot. Oh man, it's this one dude I follow too, bro. He be dropping fire on them books, bro. It's books, bro. Right now, I'm looking for me. I told my wife, man, I need these books to, I need to get these books. One of the books in which is $500, and I'm like, damn, but they taxing for this book, bro. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab it anyway. I'm gonna grab it with that Russian icons. Okay, let's get into these videos, man. This is the portion of the episode, or this is the portion of our show where we get into the what's going on today. A lot of my videos are from Instagram. I'm a big Instagram head, so this is this video right here, bro, is a self-defense or is she wrong, bro?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah.
Let's check it out now. Yeah, okay. It starts right here. She already got the pistol out.
She already got the pistol out in her right hand, phone in her left hand, which, well, I'll give my thoughts after. I'll let you go ahead.
This with the video. The victim with the gray shirt. The woman with the gun. There is a standoff and then the shooting. You can hear it.
Deadly shooting over a parking spot at a Walmart in North Lauderdale, Florida. 62-year-old Bart from Lauderhill was shot and killed. He was a retired U.S. Army Staff Sergeant. He was also a decorated Desert Storm veteran. Investigators say the argument started over a parking spot. I just can't get over that, man. A parking spot. A woman pulled out a gun and pointed it directly at him. The video purportedly shows the woman telling him to walk away while she was on the phone. Bart continued approaching her anyway, which I couldn't hear that, but the woman fired one shot and Bart was rushed to the hospital. He later died from his injuries. The woman stayed at the scene and she told police that she acted in self-defense. The internet is having a tizzy over this. Do you believe? Comment down below.
Okay, we on?
We on.
She was backpedaling and she only fired one shot. She can make it on stand your ground because he was approaching. She's backing up. She's on the phone with the police.
Yeah.
She can beat it. But my thing is this, and I had this talk within my home with my wife too. She's going to have to get a lawyer. She's going to get time off from job. You know what I mean? To try to de-escalate the situation. I don't know why this 62-year-old man will continue to approach her behind a parking spot when you can see she heated and got a pistol out. You know what I mean? So it does show you the cultural difference. Why he didn't know, hey, she ain't playing around.
Yeah, he didn't understand. But if we seen that posture, we will understand. Like, okay,
you know
what you got again.
Yeah.
It looked like she don't know what she's doing with it already. She got to hear.
Right.
So it's like, all right.
And to be honest with you, I don't know if he had a weapon on him. Was it really warranted? It didn't look warranted. He was limping over there.
But I guess she can use the fact that he's a man, she's a woman, and he's
good. Yeah.
So he could use that. He could overpower me. I didn't want him to get close. I was afraid for my life. And in most states, it's assault even if you walk forward with the intentions of hurting a person. This is why you had Chud the Builder shoot the guy. He thought he can get away with that. Because even though Chud the Builder was the initiator, even if you walk forward on a person in most states, I'm not sure about Florida, with the intentions of doing bad, is considered assault. So it is like you could claim to be.
I think she's gonna beat it. But it is kind of a thin line.
It's a thin line, bro. You need a badass lawyer, bro, and you ain't got the complexion for the protection.
Right.
You ain't got the complexion for the protection. So
yeah,
and I would say this, man. I raise my children on this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Stop means stop. If a person says stop, just stop. Like, I'm not saying that he's wrong and she's wrong. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is just stop. It's okay to stop. I fought my whole life, bro.
Yeah.
I've never been a bully. I've always been a person that bullied the bullies, man. Always, my whole life, bro. And if a person says stop, it stop.
I think she's gonna beat it just for the simple fact. What he's still approaching, she got a gun. What was he gonna do? Disarm her?
Yeah.
What was he gonna do?
Yeah.
He's saying back up, stop, and he's still coming forward. So what do you think he was gonna do? I'm about to disarm you.
So your life ain't flashed. Your life ain't flashed before your eyes when she pointed that gun at you the first time?
Yeah.
We got a conscience. A real black man when you looking down that barrel,
Yeah.
your first thoughts is, damn, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we ain't, bro, look, bro, you got it, bro. All right, you got me today. What you go? You can't even if you tried to up your weapon, and even if you tried to, reach for your weapon, you still don't have the ups on the person. Is what are you approaching her for? Why? I wish my people would wake up. That's my. I'm not saying she was right or wrong. I could see her beating the case.
I think she's gonna beat it.
Yeah, because why are you?
Should beat it.
Yeah. Why are you pursuing? Why are you pursuing that man?
Right.
I mean, that woman. Like, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Just leave. Let's just go on about your. And guess what, bro? It was over a parking spot, bro.
Right.
Man, is that serious? You thought that you was gonna wake up that day and lose your life over a parking spot? I took my sons to Tropical Smoothie, and the way that the HEB parking lot is designed is it's only obviously one lane on both sides. So there's incoming traffic coming from the street into the parking lot, and I was going this way, right? And I honked the horn at the lady in front of me because she was up a little further, because she was about to back up and she was just doing dumb stuff. Women can't drive. But anyway, I honked the horn right before this car was coming, and the lady in the car thought I was honking the horn at her. And she stopped in the middle of the car, looked at me and was yapping to me, and I'm like, bruh, do you not understand, bruh? You could die today. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna take it to that extent, obviously. But my thing is what if you had a nutcase in the car that just might have lost his shit and was like, oh, come here, who are you talking to?
Right.
And just gave you a couple steel, you know what I mean? Couple, put a couple in you, man. Y'all gotta stay safe, man. And stop doing dumb shit. Stop doing dumb shit. You don't even know you hunking at you stopping talking shit in the car full of boxers.
Right.
That can knock your little feminine head off your shoulders.
You weren't even bumping at her. You weren't even honking the horn.
Honking at the lady, bro. She just heard the horn and looked like as if I was honking at her.
Boy.
It's like, man, you really gonna lose your life or get beat to a damn get beat into the ground, flat to the ground over some parking shit, over some that's how you know that people be having bad days. Yeah, you really having a bad day, man, for you to stop and look in a car full of niggas. Mm-hmm. We all got dreadlocks and everything. And you a whole light skin.
Yeah. Damn.
Like, man, go
There's some crazies out there.
Yeah. All right, let's get it. Next video.
So this is Michael Proctor. Michael Proctor used to be a lead investigator for the Massachusetts State Police Department. He has since been fired. Let's talk about why. So let's start by reading his text messages. Here is one text message that Michael Proctor was sending to his friends on his personal phone. Went into Canton High this morning to get a transcript and saw more niggas in 10 minutes than I have in the 4 years I spent there combined. Everywhere I looked, there was monkeys running around.
What did he send this message to?
He sent it to his one of his friends, but you will see at the end of the video where the lawyer, which is another Edomite, got access to his text messages. Wow. And this is what she's reading here.
Wanted to ask the woman in the guidance office, where were all the white kids? Where the fuck did all these nigglets come from? Another text message from Michael Proctor. In this text message, he's discussing a college football game. Ready? You notice that nigga's headband from A&M says something like, cash me out. Would have been nice if they were still our slaves. Then I wouldn't have to go pick up my Bertucci's. Hey, nigger, go fetch Bear his wings and pizza, said Michael Proctor. Oh, yeah, i.e., his nickname is Bear. He's talking about himself. Here's another one of Michael Proctor's texts. In this text, he's referring to a multi-car accident, a multi-car crash that has just happened. He says, actually, take your time. I saw a nigger was involved, so I wouldn't rush if I were working. Let them die. Here's another text message from Michael Proctor.
He said, in so many words, he seen an accident, he on duty, and he tell the other officer, take your time, it was a nigga involved. Yeah, I hope they die. Let them die. These are the people that y'all love, man. Like, I'm not saying hate them. We're ordained, we're commanded not to hate them. But you got to know who your enemy is. You got to know who these people are, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Very important.
Detroit should be destroyed, along with other places like Flint, Michigan. They are breeding grounds for niggers to run wild. Another text from Michael Canton. It reads, it should be Punch a Nigger Day in Canton today, out of retribution. Any shine you see, blast it in the face. Here's another lovely text from Michael Proctor. It reads, eat a dick, Ghana. Let's enslave those niggers. My car needs a cleaning. Another lovely text from Michael. It reads, I was planning on tying a nigger up and dragging him from my bumper through the streets of Randolph. You see a nigger? Just kill it. Also, in Michael's text messages, they found text messages of him saying he was going to be planting coke on people, and also he was going to shove a nightstick up someone's ass. Now, all this information came about because he was just the lead investigator on a case involving a young man named Miles King. Miles King was on trial for murder, okay? Now, I'm not going to go over all that with y'all right now. We can do that in another video if y'all want to. But right now, we're just going to go over the basics. He was the lead investigator for Miles King case. Miles King fucked around and got a young lady. Well, she ain't young. Miles King fucked around and got a lady named Rosemary Scapaccio to be his attorney. Now, word on the curb is Miss Scapaccio, she don't play that shit. She don't play that shit. She know what the fuck she's doing. She got a documentary, I think it's on Netflix or something like that. Rosemary don't play that shit, okay? So Rosemary was motherfucking investigating, doing her motherfucking due diligence, and she realized, you motherfuckers ain't right. You motherfuckers ain't right. I've been asking for fucking discovery. I ain't got no fucking discovery. It took Rosemary 4 years to get the discovery for Mr. Miles King case from Michael Proctor. I wonder why that is. Anyway, this racist ass, piece of shit ass, despicable fucking human being. Because Rosemary don't play that shit, she got his text message, all that shit pulled, realized he was a fucking racist ass, nasty ass piece of shit. And now probably around 20 of his cases are being investigated in. And you know, if them boys need to be free, hopefully they finna be free. So this is Michael Proctor.
Dang, man, we gotta get away from these people.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta get away from them, man.
These the people that they don't give a damn, bro.
They don't
give a damn, bro.
And a lot of these people on your job, they have the same viewpoints. They feel the same way about you.
Smile in your face.
Yeah, you deal with them on a day-to-day basis, man.
Yeah, and the whole time you think they're your buddies. This is why the young lady came up missing in Africa.
Please don't think they're your buddies. Just keep it. They not your buddies.
Yeah, I would.
They're not your buddies. Don't, and I wouldn't even conduct myself on the job. And so be very stoic with them.
Yeah. Will the Creator use them to bless our people? That's probably what a lot of you guys that love them experience. Yes, the Creator will use them sometimes to bless our people. But let me tell you something. It's only because the Creator used them that they had to do what they had to do. Right. Don't think they're your friends, bro.
All praises.
Yeah, they're not your friends, bro.
All praises. Yeah. All praises. And we got to bring that out in Romans 13. You know, the good works, they're not a terror to good works. You know, the Most High is the powers that be are subject to him. So remember, he scattered us among the heathen to serve them. And it's for a reason, you know. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. Yeah. That's why we have to put our trust in the Most High and keeping the commandments, because he'll cause these people to be your footstool, and they won't be a terror to you. So that's what I was paraphrasing, saying Romans 13.
Yeah. Well, this other portion of this social media piece is just this despicable guy. They don't shock me, bro. This doesn't. Yeah. This behavior doesn't surprise me.
Right.
We know who they are. We know that they hate us. We know it. Mm-hmm. We know it. So for all you people that don't know it, that are naive, wake the heck up. Mm-hmm. And don't think, this is just one person.
No.
Listen, it's in them. It's all of them. Mm-hmm. His great-grandfather owned slaves.
Right.
He's old enough. Matter of fact, his grandfather probably owned slaves. Because he looks about 50. Well, Edomites age like a banana, so
right.
He might be 21. Shit. He might be 21 and look 60.
And you heard she said he wanted to plant some coke. So during his time as a Massachusetts State Police, he got a lot of dirt on his fingernails.
Yeah.
And he's done a lot of evil, wicked things towards our people. You can bet that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, let's go into the history portion, man. We ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. All praise be unto the Creator for everybody that stuck around. All praise be to the Creator for all of our viewers on YouTube that's watching. All praise be to the Creator for the people that are listening, and hopefully our words go out and they land on good ground and fertile ground, so that way the seed can be planted and also manifest and grown with good sunlight and water, etc. Man, so. All praise be to the Creator, man. Let's get it going. So this is the book Black Indians. I'm going to try to go through it real fast. My editor said, what the hell are you doing recording for 2 hours? Nobody needs to be talking for 2 hours. I know how to talk. So with that said, I'm going to try to hurry up and skim through it. You can't rush the guy. You can't rush the Creator's you can't rush the Creator's work, though. But I do understand what you're saying. So with that said, all praises. This is the Black Indians, the book Black Indians. And let me start by saying this. This is the portion of our show where we speak about the history or inform you of a lot of history. I know a lot of us work a lot. A lot of us don't have a lot of time because we have to be on the plantation and we got to bust our behind. So with that said, I read for you. So I'm going to, there's a lot of things in this book that I want to bring out, and hopefully you guys can glean from it and grow from it. All right. This is the Black Indians. Hey, I want to start off with this too, bro. I told them. We told them. The Bible told them. Bishop and them told them.
Yeah.
We told y'all. We told you. Aha. We're right. You're wrong. We're big. You're small. Aha. We're tall. You're short. We're powerful. You're weak. Aha.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might edit that out. But the point is this. All praises, man. All praises be to the Creator for this knowledge, man. But I had to get that out, man, because y'all talk so much, bro. We know. We read. This is an old book. I read this book 3 times probably. You know what I mean? So all praises. Let's go to the first page I sent you. It's the Black Indians, man. This just proves that the Black Indians were not only considered Maroons, they were considered more Indians. And then on top of that, Seminole Indians. The word Seminole means unconquered. This is where you had a lot of Seminole Indians in Florida. And the Seminole Indians were literally not conquered. Why? That's in complete opposition of the Native American Indians today, because those Native American Indians had such a big heart that they allowed these Edomites to come in and just whoop their behinds. And then they made us, bro, come over here and fight our brothers.
Right.
But then we also linked up. The Southern Kingdom of Israel linked up with the Northern Kingdom of Israel. And they said, man, to hell with fighting against the Indians. We love them, bro. Can you see that that was planned like that?
Yeah.
That was planned like that.
Yeah.
Is this the first one I sent you? Is it? Is page 3? All right, let's make it big.
Yeah. A little bit.
Okay, so it is 3. You right. I'm wrong.
Okay.
Let's do it.
The purple.
Yep.
For example, artist George Catlin painted a magnificent portrait of Chief Osalea when he and other Seminoles were captive at Fort Moultrie in 1837. Catlin never painted or mentioned that Moultrie's personal bodyguard of 55 warriors included 52 black Seminoles.
Wait, read that again.
Catlin never painted or mentioned that Orsalea's personal bodyguard of 55 warriors included 52 black Seminoles. Had his artistry captured their presence, he would have contributed vastly to our understanding of anthropology and history.
Absolutely. We read about anthropology in the books that we was reading about the ancient Madonna and the queen of Ephesus or the Diana.
Diana.
That was closely related to, some people call it Madonna. Some people call it Mary. You know what I mean? So with that said, man, all praises be unto the Creator that it said what? The Seminole Indians were
52 black Seminoles of his personal.
Man. Go ahead to the next one. Black Seminoles, bro. Hey, and can I say this too? Listen, the Seminole Indians were comprised of many of our tribes that you see right here. Many of our tribes. Some of them were Mexicans that fled into Florida, just fleeing persecution. The so-called Negro, the so-called Jamaican. Jamaicans are Africans. They got off the boat in Jamaica. It's just that simple, bro. The Levites, the Haitians, they're Africans. They just got off the boat in Haiti. The Puerto Ricans are Africans. They just got off the boat in Puerto Rico. Literally, South America, Central America, they just got off the boat. During that, they got their butts whooped, and that's where they go. We're the same people, bro. We're literally the same. When I say Africans, I mean Israelites. We're the same people. All right.
One Horse Charlie Center and his Shoshone Friends in Reno, Nevada.
That's what I wanted to show on there. I had nothing highlighted. It was just, let's read it. Did you see that? Yeah. Did you see them black boys up there? Oh, praises. Go ahead.
It also demonstrates that dark people ignored the boundaries drawn by Europeans in their move from one country to another in search of liberty, justice, or a better life.
Yeah, and I got right there written down there, 2nd Ezra 13 and 40. We always did that. In their, you can read that in their conquest of the New World, Europeans return. Go ahead.
In their conquest, where you at?
Oh, right here on the right. Can you wave where it says 2 parallel? Let them start up there. 2 parallel.
2 parallel institutions joined to black Indians
to create black Indians. So two parallel institutions joined to create Black Indians. Go ahead.
The seizure and the mistreatment of Indians and their lands and the enslavement of Africans.
Those are the two parallels that he's talking about. Those are the two parallels. So that created Black Indians. But guess what? The Indians were already Black. So when he say Black Indians, he's talking about the Black African slaves and the Indians that were already there. So he's trying to say that those two came together, but they were already Negroid people. Second Ezra 13:49 to tell you.
In their conquest of the New World, Europeans were determined to use both dark peoples. 10 whites are not enough to watch one Negro, said Portuguese slave master in Brazil.
Can we bring up a map of Brazil, please? Can we please show these people what Brazil? They don't. And the reason I'm saying this is because do y'all know where Brazil is? Do y'all know what Brazil is comprised of? Let's get a detailed one. Yeah, that one. Yeah. No, go to the one, the color. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's show them this, man.
Brazil, the Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, dang. It's in Spanish, right? Yeah, okay. Let's do another one. I'm sorry, unless you're going to read it for us. I ain't racist. Is this a good one? Come on, baby. Come on, IT. Let's find a quick one real quick. I don't want to hold these people too much longer. Okay, yeah. Nah, it's another one, though. Let's see that one. All right, just show him the dang on Brazil. Just show it to him. Okay. Just show it to him. This is good enough. It's good enough. I'd rather it bigger, but it's okay. It's okay. It can't get no bigger. All right, look at Venezuela, look at Colombia, look at Brazil, look at Peru, look at Bolivia, look at Chile, look at Paraguay, look at Argentina. What's down there? What the hell is that down there? Damn. You look at Uruguay. I knew that. Yeah, you understand? So let's go back to the book now.
Brazil takes up just about 50% of that continent.
Man, yeah, for sure, bro.
Yep. In their conquest of the New World, Europeans were determined to use both dark peoples. 10 whites are not enough to watch one Negro, said a Portuguese slave master living in Brazil in 1735. To protect slavery and prevent resistance, Europeans developed brutal methods of control and degrading racial policies.
Go ahead.
This is evidence that European genocide attacks on Indians in the New World may have been additional explanation besides land hunger and greed.
Exactly, because they just are a wicked people. They're just a demonic people. They just are evil people. They just want to genocidal attacks on Indians in the New World had nothing to do with hunger and greed. Well, it has something to do with it, but more overly. It's just in them to do that, is what that's saying.
Perhaps another reason for eliminating Indians was to prevent their alliance with Africans.
That's another reason why, to prevent their alliance with Africans. These are just wicked people, but yeah, they didn't want to. So they brought our people over to here to fight our people. Go ahead.
Colonial Europeans left evidence aplenty that this was often an overriding fear.
Yeah, because we real recognize real. Right. You mean tell me that we got on this land and we just rocked out with the Indians and that was just that?
Right.
We are the same people.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Research into early American history confronts one of some inaccurate traditional assumptions in vocabulary. Columbus, believing that he had landed in the East Indies,
my brother always say that,
called the inhabitants Indians.
Yeah.
His era has become so much a part of our language that today even many Native Americans accept it. And I have used both designations. However, I drop such diversive terms as a half-breed, renegade, tribe, characterizing Native Americans and Africans. If Europeans came from nations, so too did people of color.
If people came from nations. So he said he stopped using those words, half-breed, renegade.
Right.
Yeah, those are derogatory words. Tribe is a derogatory word when it comes to, those people. Native American Indians. Indian was you understand? So he said he thought he was in the East Indies and
called them West Indies.
Yeah.
East Indies.
Yeah, Indians.
Yeah, they call the Caribbean the West Indies.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on to the next. We're gonna breeze through this, y'all. We ain't gonna spend too much time on this. Oh, this is what I want. I want this to go get closer. How you do that? Yeah. Look at this. What that say?
Communities, they are called by the Spanish terms maroons.
Maroons. The Maroons were black people. You can look anywhere and you will see that the Maroons were black. It's simple. The Maroons, can we real quick look up Maroons real quick and say just put I don't know, Google might lie to us though. Just be careful when you deal with Google. Maroons, there we go. That's what I want. Jamaica. Yep, go there. Show the people so I can read it to them real quick. Yep. I want the image too. Show the people. All right, look at this. Let me read this real quick. It says the Jamaican Maroons are descendants of enslaved Africans who freed themselves and established autonomous, self-governing communities in the island's mountainous or mountainous interior. I can't see that. Damn, I'm getting old. All right, go to images. Maroons. Just that simple. Maroons. Right here. You have Maroons. Okay. For the people that don't know about Maroons, and they were very fierce too. They really into guerrilla warfare. Remember that? Yeah. Real into guerrilla warfare. Maroons are the ones that could not even the British owned that colony, right? Owned Jamaica or ruled over Jamaica. Is it British?
England.
They couldn't even deal with the Maroons. All right, going on to the next page. All right. Let's read this real quick.
If you know I have a history, you will respect me.
That's what the lady said. Matter of fact, 2 places in the front, most government reservations, native. Where is it? Where the lady said that? Can you just read? I'm gonna read the top real quick. Today, most Black Indians do live in the forest or on the broad plains of the United States. Most do not inhabit government reservations or do not inhabit government reservations set aside for North American or Native American any more than most Indians do. To be sure, they crowd for an example. The Shinnecock Reservation of New York's Long Island, but many more walk the crowded streets or nearby New York City. This is not what I want, but Muddy Long Fan Farm, most arrived. And it was a lady that said it, man. I guess I didn't. Anyway, it was a lady that said it. I think it's going to get into who said it, but go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
If you know I have a history, you will respect me, a Black Indian student told a conference of New York teachers in 1968.
Duh, my bad.
Her words still ring true.
Yeah.
Those who assume that a people have no history worth mentioning are likely to believe that they have no humanity worth defending.
Facts. If I have a history, you would treat me right. If I have a history, you'll defend me. But if you don't feel like I got a history, then you won't treat me like a human.
Right.
This is why I say every Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are the true Israelites. For the sake of time, we're not going to go to Judas 5, but that's facts. Why is this facts? Because in Judas 5, it speaks about Holofernes and his chief, chief general, if I'm not mistaken, they wanted to stop, or is the chief? They wanted to stop and do harm to the Israelites. And I paraphrase. I'm sorry. With that said, the history suggests that he responded and said, "Listen, my Lord, if these people are keeping God's laws, let them go. Let them by. Let's pass right by them, because their God will fight for them. But if they're not, then it should be to their ruin." With that said, that's our history. He knew our history, and he left us the hell alone. That's what it's the same thing. Go ahead.
A historical legacy strengthens a country and its people.
Yeah.
Denying a people's heritage questions their legitimacy.
And that's what they've been doing ever since we came over here. They've been doing that this whole time. And they actually took and stole our heritage, took and stole our history. Go ahead.
Africans and Indians follow a tradition that rarely wrote manners down, but held to a verbal promise. Europeans wrote many things down, but failed to keep their promises or treaties.
That's facts. That's in Psalms. I ain't write that down, but that's in Psalms. That's facts. And guess what? The Creator told us, like you said about fathers, the Father taught us how to keep promises, because remember that if we made a vow to the Lord, we had to keep it.
You had to, yep.
We was already taught that since early. But they weren't. Go ahead.
But beyond the pain were armed Black Indians communities named Hide Me and the Wood Lament for Me.
Yeah,
Wood Lament.
Lamented.
Yeah, lamented.
Go. You already went out on that? All right, cool. But it's basically the Black Indians. It said the Black Indians. We read this already. Give me liberty or give me death. We read that. Go ahead. We skimming through this, y'all. You can always go on YouTube and take your time on these.
To prevent Africans and Native Americans from uniting, Europeans played skillfully on racial differences and ethnic rivalries.
That's the same thing that your boy did in The Making of a Slave. What's his name?
Willie Lynch.
Willie Lynch in The Making of a Slave.
They kept the pot of animosity boiling.
Yeah.
Whites turned Indians into slave hunters and slave owners and Africans into Indian fighters. Light-skinned Africans were pitted against dark-skinned, free against enslaved, black Indians against pure Africans or pure Indians.
And you see how they all have the same thoughts. They all have the same evil thoughts. It lives within them. That's literally Willie Lynch all over again in a different land.
Those who have put history into books and have emphasized difference between Africans and Native Americans, for example, they have stressed that Europeans encounter Indians as distinct individuals and members of proud nations, and Africans as nameless slaves. Little mention is made of the enslavement of Native Americans, and nothing is said about the cultural similarities between the two.
Between the two dark peoples. The Indians were dark, the Africans were dark. We are the same people.
By emphasizing the actual exaggerated and imaginated differences between Africans and Indians, whites successfully masked the cultural similarities of the two races as well as their mutual exploitation by whites.
Absolutely, man.
Boy, this man is crafty. Crafty counsel.
Crafty counsels. This is going back into the vows that we always kept, and the Creator taught us how to keep vows. Because they were more able to build a binding trust among Native Americans, whites employed them as negotiators, and they did not disappoint. Right. Africans, like Native Americans, cherished their own trustworthiness and saw promises and treaties as bonds never to be broken. Edomites don't do that. They empty promises, fake handshakes. Right. Yeah. Yep. That's Deuteronomy. If you want to read about the vows that we kept, again, we're short on time. Do that. You can read Deuteronomy 28, 23, 21. Go ahead. Look at this picture, man. That don't look like no, you know how they be showing pictures of it. Let's Google. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Let's do this. Let's compare and contrast. Google Native American Indian. Let's see. Watch what pop up. Bro, come on, bro. Come on, whitewashing, bro. Go to one of them. Go to one of these images, man. It don't matter, man. So one of these Edomite images. Yeah, what is this, man? What is this, man? What is this? Come on, bro. Yeah. This ain't no damn Indian. Whitewashing. This ain't no damn Indian. This is whitewashing. Can you hand me that book, Black into White? All the way at the bottom. Black into White. ID, can you go there? Yeah. Look, man, this is the book right here. Black into White, man. Thomas Skidmore, bro. This is remember we read about bronchiamento. This is what they always had in their hearts, y'all. Get this book, bro. Thomas E. Skidmore. This is a good book, bro. This speaks completely directly to bronchiamento. Bronchiamento, remember, is the physical turning one nation of people or one society of people or one community of people from black into white. And they did it systematically. It's shit. You damn near ain't no difference than apartheid. Right. Damn near. So with that said, man, yeah. And there go to history, man. All praise be to the Creator. Can you go back to that picture real quick? That woman don't look like that woman right there. What they doing, man? Not even close. Nowhere. Come on, man. What are we doing here, y'all? Like, come on, man. Look at her fringes, man. All praises, man. Might have had the ribbon of blue. I don't see no ribbon, but there ain't no color on this. But all praise be to the Creator. That real Indian don't look like the Indian we just seen today. Right. So stop with the whole, they try to whitewash it. Remember, we read in Maccabees where they took our books and they burned it. So people that don't treat you well ain't gonna teach you right. Well, people that don't teach you or don't treat you right ain't gonna teach you right. So stop, man. That's cap. What did we just seen on Google, man? All praises, man. Any last words, bro? I tried.
Man,
to
that was real good, man.
All
We went
praises.
over Juno Greek, the Apocrypha, learning that history is better to discern Paul's writings.
Yeah.
And stay tuned. Stay tuned. Share with your friends, your loved ones, and you can drop any questions or comments in the chat or in the section, the comments section.
Yeah, absolutely. All praise. And that was the episode, man. Again, this is King, my brother ID, and the trusty IT. My brother Rashaya will be in the building for the next one. Y'all will. And with that said, we out, man. Shalom.
Shalom.